cold silence of mediocrity to disperse expansive, game-changing marketing wisdom. This is the Jeff Payne Show.
Reaching for a higher place than we can reach alone. Get up, get in, it's time to win. This is a Jeff Payne Show.
Direct competitors. They fight for the same customers, they have the same types of tools, and they actively try to outcompete each other every day. Ahrefs and SEMrush. This year, they independently published research on what is happening to search traffic, and they reached the same conclusions. Not similar conclusions, the same ones. When two rivals who disagree on almost everything else look at the data and arrive at the same verdict, that is not an opinion piece. That is a signal your business cannot afford to miss. Today, I'm breaking down 10 trends that Ryan Law at Ahrefs documented firsthand and showing you exactly where SEMrush's independent research confirms each one. Then I will tell you what I have seen in my own client work. Let's go. I'm Jeff Payne. You're listening to episode number 16 of the Jeff Payne Show. Ryan Law is the Director of Content Marketing at Ahrefs. He has 14 years of industry experience. He works with hundreds of SEO professionals. He has access to data that most agencies would pay fortunes for. His piece, 10 SEO Trends That I've Seen Firsthand in 26 with Data. Alongside that, SEMrush, which serves 10 million marketing professionals, including myself, and has been described by G2 as the top enterprise SEO platform, published parallel research on almost every one of these same trends in 2026. These are not small shops running gut-feeling analysis. These are the two largest SEO intelligence platforms on the planet, with independent data science teams looking at the same market and describing the same reality. Here's what they both see. Trend number 1, information-only websites are in a freefall. Ryan Law's most striking data point. He analyzed a basket of well-known information-only websites. Businesses whose primary reason to exist is to educate, to inform, explain, and answer questions. No product, no transaction, just content. That basket now sits at 28% of its peak organic traffic. That is a 72% collapse. Affiliate sites, same story, down 62% from peak. And the search demand for affiliate marketing topics has fallen to 41% of what it was in 2023. Why? Because AI overviews can now answer most informational queries directly inside Google. The click to a blog post is no longer necessary. Google absorbed it. SEMrush confirms the mechanism. Search engines are now designed to answer queries directly rather than routing users to source websites. When users get the information immediately, they do not click through to a website like they used to. The business implication: if your website exists primarily to inform and not to sell, transact, or demonstrate a service, you are competing directly with the answer engine. That is not a competition you can win. I've watched this play out with clients who build heavy educational content strategies. The traffic that used to look healthy 2 years ago is quietly evaporating. The visitors they do get convert better, but there are far fewer of them. The era of building revenue through pure information is over. Trend number 2. AI search is now a revenue channel. A brand new awareness and revenue channel appeared in 2026, and in most companies, it landed directly in the SEO's team's lap. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google AI Mode, these are not toys. They are how a growing segment of buyers research, evaluate vendors, and decide who to hire. Ahrefs' own data found that 80% of AI search traffic goes to homepages, product pages, and free tools, not blog posts. That is the opposite of what traditional SEO told us to optimize. We built content funnels top down. The AI is sending people straight to what your business actually does. SEMrush frames this as search everywhere optimization, the recognition that your audience is already using 7 or more platforms daily to search and research. They spend more time on TikTok each day than on Google search. Being visible only on Google is no longer a complete strategy. The business implication? AI visibility is not a future consideration. It is a present revenue channel. It requires a different architecture than traditional SEO, and most businesses have not built it yet. That is why Colt Melrose Photography in Houston, his website was engineered the way it was. Every page, every content decision was made with AI visibility in mind. Not just Google ranking. Within 1 week of launch, multiple AI platforms were recommending Colt, unprompted, for commercial photography in Houston. That is the new game, and it is absolutely winnable if you understand what you are building. Trend number 3, AI overviews are stealing your clicks. Ahrefs ran a study on 3,000 keywords. Result? When an AI overview appears on a Google search result page, the number one website sees 58% fewer clicks than it would without the AI overview. That was updated in 2026. In the original 2025 study, it was 34.5%. It got worse. For every 100 clicks your top ranking page used to earn, Google now keeps 58 of them. You receive 42. SEMrush confirms the mechanism and the direction. The user journey has been compressed from search, click, scan, find, answer, to search, read answer, insert, done. Your page is still powering the answer. Your brand is often invisible in it. The protection, you might ask? Commercial intent. Transactional queries, hire a photographer, book a dentist, find a 1031 exchange specialist. AI overviews appear in roughly 4 to 8% of those searches. That is where the clicks still live. This is the shift I keep making with clients. Stop writing to inform. Start writing to convert. The informational top of funnel content is being commoditized by AI. The bottom of your funnel, the page where someone makes a decision to call you, book you, buy from you, that real estate is more valuable right now than it has ever been. Trend number 4, branded search is the new SEO currency. Here's the finding that stopped most business owners cold. The brands winning in 2026 search, both traditional Google and AI platforms, are brands that people search for by name. Branded search volume is like a signal Google uses to determine whether a site is legitimate or just built for algorithms. A site nobody searches for by name is easy to discount. It does not matter how many keywords you have optimized. If real people are not looking for you specifically, you are treated differently. And AI is the same way. The more your brand is talked about in relevant context across trusted platforms, the more likely you are to appear in ChatGPT, in Google AI mode, and in AI overviews. SEMrush's Search Everywhere research confirms the brand as foundation principle. The practitioners winning in 2026 have built systems to be visible across every platform where their audience researches. It's not about gaming search results. It's about being genuinely known across channels, which then feeds back into search credibility. This has revived something the SEO industry allowed to atrophy: brand building, advertising, earned media, PR, making your business known beyond your website. Daniel Goodwin at Provident 1031 is the clearest example in my client roster. The masterclass video series, the Amazon best-selling book, the strategic content ecosystem we built around his expertise. That is brand building with an SEO AI spine. When AI systems discuss 1031 exchanges, Daniel comes up. Not because we gamed an algorithm, because we made him genuinely known. Trend number 5, zero-click search is now the default. SparkToro has tracked zero-click search for a decade. The trajectory is not subtle. In 2016, 45% of Google searches ended without a click. The searcher got the answer and moved on without visiting a website. In 2026, that number is 68%. 2 out of every 3 searches, no visit, no opportunity. SEMrush published a dedicated playbook on this. Their position? Zero-click searches might drive direct traffic, but they can still help your business grow by boosting visibility and brand awareness. When your brand appears in zero-click features like AI overviews, you become part of the conversation your audience is already having, even if you never get the click. That reframe is critical. Visibility and traffic are no longer the same thing. Your content can power an AI answer. Your brand can be mentioned in it and receive no visit. The question is whether you are even in the answer at all, or whether it is a competitor's language the AI is using. Consumer demand has not disappeared. People still need services. They still hire vendors, book appointments, make purchases. The behavior has changed. The discovery path has changed. Trend number 6, query fan out, the hidden way AI interprets every search. This is a concept Ahrefs called Keyword Research 2.0, and SEMrush published an entire research piece on it. Here's what happens when someone types a complex question into Google AI mode or ChatGPT. The AI does not look for a single answer to a single query. It breaks the question into multiple subqueries, runs them in parallel, and then synthesizes the results into a single response. SEMrush documented Google AI mode doing this in real time. One user query triggering 8 separate internal searches at the same time. Google's own head of search, Elizabeth Reed, described it as Google I/O 2025. AI mode calls on Gemini to break the question into subtopics and issues multiple queries simultaneous on your behalf. Why does this matter to a business owner? Because your content needs to address not just the main question a prospect might ask, it needs to address every reasonable sub-question embedded in that search. A thin page that answers one narrow query is far less likely to be cited than a comprehensive resource that covers the topic from multiple angles. When we design content for AI visibility, we think in clusters, not single pages. What is the full constellation of questions a prospect has before they decide to hire someone in your category? That architecture is the difference between showing up in AI answers and being invisible. Trend number 7. Reddit and user-generated content are now SEO weapons. Here's one that consistently surprises people when I mention it. According to Ahrefs, Reddit receives 1 billion organic visits per month from Google. 1 billion. Reddit is also the second most cited source in ChatGPT responses, behind only Wikipedia. SEMrush's Search Everywhere research quantifies the platform reality. Your audience engages with 7 or more research services daily, and TikTok alone gets more daily time than Google search. Community platforms, social platforms, and user-generated content environments are not peripheral to the search ecosystem. They are central to how AI systems train on and cite trusted information. Why does this matter? Because real human conversations, reviews, forum discussions, and community posts are now the source material that both Google and AI trust the most. For local businesses especially, the platforms where real customers share real opinions are more important than ever. Dentists with authentic reviews on Google's, health grades, and relevant community forums is a fundamentally stronger position with AI systems than a dentist with a perfect website and no real digital footprint. The AI is looking for corroboration. It wants to see that real people vouch for your experience. Trend number 8, GEO, known as Generative Engine Optimization. That is the new SEO. Traditional SEO is optimization for ranked results with 10 blue links. GEO, Generative Engine Optimization, is optimization for AI-generated answers. The goal is not position 1. The goal is to include citations in the AI response. And the factors that drive AI citations differ from those that drive organic rankings. Ahrefs found that sites with over 32,000 referring domains are 3.5 times more likely to be cited by ChatGPT. Original research drives citation. Structured content with clear definitions drive citation. Third-party mentions drive citations. Brands are 6.5 more times likely to be cited through third-party sources than through their own domains. SEMrush's zero-click research confirms the brand authority as citation driver principle. The ultimate defense against traffic decay is building uncommoditizable branded search demand, publishing proprietary data, and leveraging human subject matter experts. This is the GEO playbook, described from a different angle. Proof over proximity. That is the principle that governs every content and visibility strategy I build. Your organic SEO and your GEO have to work together. They feed each other. A site that ranks does not automatically get cited. A site that is cited typically ranks. The architecture that produces both is deliberate, not accidental. Trend number 9. Local SEO is still a stronghold. Here's good news for anyone running a local business. AI overviews appears at only about 8% of local searches, which means the queries that drive local business, hire a dentist near me, find a commercial photographer in Houston, 1031 exchange specialist in Austin, these still drive clicks. These still work the way they used to work. But the ranking factors have shifted. According to Whitespark's 2026 Local Search Ranking Factors report, which I covered in episode number 14, proximity still controls about 55% of local rankings. The remaining 45% is where you compete. Google Business Profile Optimization, review volume and quality, website currency, and behavioral signals. SEMrush's Search Everywhere research adds a layer. Your audience's research behavior for high-stakes decisions. Hiring a vendor, choosing a service provider spans multiple platforms before a decision is made. For a local business, that means your reviews, your community presence, your social footprint, and your website all play a role in the multi-surface research path that ends in a phone call or a booking. The dentist prospect I'm currently advising is a perfect example of this. The opportunity in local AI and search visibility is real and largely unclaimed. Most local businesses have no idea that being an early mover here is even possible. The window is still open, but not for long, because once your competitors figure this out, the first mover advantage is gone. Trend number 10. Original research is now the highest value asset in search. The trend that ties everything together in a world where AI can summarize any public information instantly, the only content AI cannot replicate is content that does not yet exist. Original research, proprietary data, first-hand expertise from lived experience. Ryan's Law entire article is built on this premise. He is sharing what he has seen firsthand, not what others have theorized, what he has personally observed with data attached. SEMrush reaches the same conclusion from a different angle. The survival strategy for businesses facing traffic decay is publishing proprietary data and leveraging human subject matter experts. Content that could only have been created by someone who has actually done the work. That is what AI systems are built to cite, because that is what humans trust. The question Ryan Blau's research ultimately asks is, what makes your business worth citing? If the answer is, quote, we publish helpful articles, end of quote, that is no longer enough. If the answer is, we conduct original research, we document real client outcomes, we hold a defensible expert position in our market, that is a business that will appear in AI answers. Every client case study I have shared in this series is an original research asset. The Colt Melrose website launch, the Daniel Goodwin's masterclass, the Burbank Dental Lab success guides. None of those outcomes can be replicated by a competitor who reads the transcript. They are firsthand. They are verifiable. They are the kind of proof AI systems are built to cite. That is not an accident. That is architecture. So let us land this. 10 trends confirmed independently by Ahrefs and SEMrush. 2 direct competitors who do not agree on very much, but agree on all of this. The businesses losing ground share a common characteristic. They built their visibility on informational content designed for the old version of Google. That version is being retired in real time. The businesses gaining ground share a different characteristic. They are genuinely known. People search for them by name. AI systems cite them unprompted. Their content is built from real expertise and documented outcomes, not rephrased internet knowledge. And they are visible not just on Google, but across the services where buyers are actually researching. Your 3 questions self-audit. Number 1, if someone asks ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Google AI mode, who to hire in your category and your market, does your business appear? Not do you rank on Google, does AI recommend you? Number 2, is your website designed primarily to inform or to convert and demonstrate authority? Those are fundamentally different websites, and in 2026, they perform very differently. Number 3, what original proof do you have? Not what do you believe, what can you document with client names, measurable outcomes, and real data? In actuality, what stories can you tell? Those 3 questions will tell you more about your competitive position in 2026 than any keyword ranking report ever will. Thank you for taking the time to be with me. When Ahrefs and SEMrush look at the same market and research the same conclusions, that is the kind of consensus that deserves your attention. The data is clear. The direction is set. The question is whether you are moving with it. I'm Jeff Payne. This is the Jeff Payne Show. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to The Jeff Payne Show.
Find the complete archives of all episodes at jeffpayne.net or subscribe for free at Apple Podcasts and never miss an episode.
This program is copyrighted by Jeff Payne Incorporated. All rights reserved.
Each week we bring you a message of inspiration and hope, remembering that true hope is available to all through Jesus Christ.